I'm Debbie Ellickson, and this is a micro lesson from week 5. It's the warm-up session of that lesson plan. So I've handed out to you the definition of science fiction, and we're going to go through an exercise. First, it's a complicated paragraph. So first I'm going to read it to you very slowly, then we're going to read it together. And then we're going to go through some exercises an old broadcasting instructor taught me that will help you with slowing down when you look at difficult words, enunciation and pronunciation. And it's going to, let's just say you're going to have to kind of lose some of your inhibitions to do this exercise. We will all do it together so that we can look ridiculous together. But at the end, when you read your paragraph back to yourself after the exercises, you'll notice an improvement. Science fiction is a genre of fiction in which the stories often tell about science and technology of the future. It is important to note that science fiction has a relationship with the principles of science. These stories involve partially true, partially fictitious laws or theories of science. It should not be completely believable. So let's take a look at the first exercise. So we've read this all together. And so what I want you to do is whisper the first paragraph aloud. And the whispering has to be loud enough to try and push your voice out. So let's start with the first sentence. Science fiction is a genre of fiction in which stories often tell about science and technology of the future. Okay, so we've gone through that paragraph, whispering. Now we're going to chant that paragraph. Science fiction is a genre of fiction in which the stories often tell about science and technology of the future. Okay, we've gone through that paragraph. Okay, this one is going to really take you out of your comfort zone. We're going to put a pencil or a pen in our mouths like this, and then we're going to read the paragraph again, out loud, all together. Science fiction is a genre of fiction in which the stories often tell about science and technology of the future. Okay, after we've gone through that paragraph, now that we've gotten that out of our system, we're going to read it again aloud, normal, in a normal voice. Science fiction is a genre of fiction in which the stories often tell about science and technology of the future. It is important to note that science fiction has a relationship with the principles of these stories, of science rather. These stories involve partially true, partially fictitious laws or theories of science. It should not be completely unbelievable. All right. So how do we feel after having read that out loud in those ridiculous formats? Did anybody notice an improvement on their pronunciation and let's go through everybody in the class. What did you notice about your improvement? It was a difficult paragraph to go through. And so the other thing I'm going to hand out to you is a little poster about science fiction, and that comes from moldingminds.com. And this poster is just kind of breaks that paragraph that we read aloud. It breaks it down into just kind of more concise paragraph. It just simplifies it more. So science fiction, usually set in the near or distant future, in the real world or a world with similar rules. Often has spaceships, aliens, robots, time travel, or gadgets based on what could be possible with science or future discoveries. Unreal things exist or happen because of science, not magic. Stories that ask what if or what could be. So this all falls in line. I need to get you a background on science fiction so that it will help you understand the video lesson that we are about to embark on in looking at the Netflix television series Stranger Things.